Hi, I'm Wellissimo, and I'm celebrating the month of October with a video every single day. Normally, I make writing-related content on this channel, but this month my videos are all about celebrating fall, harvest, and Halloween. If those things are of interest to you, subscribe and come along for the ride. It's VEDIO! Hi! In today's video, I am going to be doing something I love to do. It's one of my favorite early October traditions, and that is taste testing all of the Halloween or autumnal themed breakfast cereals that come out. Today, we're going to be trying 7 different kinds of cereals. As we go along, I'm gonna be keeping in mind which cereals are gonna become my pantry staples in the month of October. We'll be having pumpkin spice Cheerios, a caramel apple flavored cereal, the classic Count Chocula, Halloween version of Captain Crunch, the Halloween version of Lucky Charms, as well as on the more healthy side, some pumpkin spice instant oatmeal and some pumpkin spice flavored granola. I'm going to pour the milk into the bowls. I'm using bite-sized bowls, or maybe like 4 bite-sized bowls, because I can't eat 7 bowls of cereal. Not in one sitting, unless it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay, we've got milk in all of them. The clock is ticking. And now that I'm thinking about it, now that I just poured the milk, I'm thinking maybe I should have poured like 3 at a time, just because the Lucky Charms are probably gonna be pretty soggy by the time I get to them. Okay, I'm actually gonna start with the oatmeal. Oh, I didn't like that noise. Ooh. Is the camera picking that up? I wanna try this first just because the oatmeal is just out of the microwave and I wanna give it its fair shot and eat it warm. All right, here she is in all of her messy glory. It has a very faint fall cinnamon scent coming off of it when it's held far away, and yet paradoxically, when I hold it very close, I cannot smell any of the spice. I'm really just smelling that, for lack of a better word, kind of bland, oaty smell. This does not look very appetizing. I'm already gonna say this is probably not gonna be very good, and I'm not sure I'm gonna blame the Quaker oatmeal for that, and more just my lack of microwave skills. Okay, here we go. That's lovely. Absolutely. The texture is weird, but again, I think I didn't add enough milk. I think I microwaved it for too long. But even through the weirdness of the texture, it's got a great taste. In fact, I would take another bite, except for the fact that I have 6 more cereals bowls to get through. So we're gonna just put this over here. Now I'm just gonna go down the line and we're going to start with the pumpkin spice Cheerios. These smell just like regular Cheerios, but I will admit that I have already dug into this box. Cheerios are definitely one of my fall staples. I love how subtle these are. They're not overly sugary like some of the other ones, but before I go further into it, let me just take a bite. Yeah, no, I was about to dig in for another bite. I'm gonna do one more bite. Yeah, that's really good. I think there's cinnamon, maybe a little clove, maybe a little allspice. I'm not totally sure. I'm not a chef. It's really lovely. It's really simple. If you're not into overly sugary cereals, that's definitely one that I would point you toward. Up next is the Carmela Creeper cereal. This is the one that's meant to be caramel apple flavored. Of these General Mills themed, like monster themed cereals, the only one I actually like is Count Chocula. Blueberry and Frankenberry, I think that's what those are called, have both been total misses for me in years of past. I've never seen Carmela Creeper before, so we're gonna give her a try. It's very distinctive in terms of like appearance. It looks like there's some marshmallows in here. The bright green is super Halloween-y, I won't lie. That's really, really fun. All right, let's give it a try. Whoa, I'm doing one more bite. Not because it's like amazing, but just because I'm curious. It's taking me a second to analyze this flavor. Wow, they set out to make a caramel apple flavored cereal and they succeeded. The first flavor that hits is definitely the caramel. And so I thought, ooh, I'm not gonna really like this because I think pure caramel by itself isn't a flavor that I really enjoy. It has to be mixed in with something else. But really right on the tails of that caramel, I wouldn't even call it an aftertaste. It's a mid-taste that blends into an aftertaste, is a sharp, sour apple, candy apple flavor. If you've ever had one of those lollipops that it's like a sour apple flavored candy base covered the top half in caramel, this is the cereal version of that. It's actually really good. In terms of appearance, very Halloween-y. In terms of taste, very on theme. I would not recommend it as breakfast. It is very sweet and with that kind of sour, but it's very candy-esque. So this is definitely if you're watching a Halloween movie at night after dinner, a little bowl of this for dessert, I think could hit the spot. Now we're moving on to one of my personal favorites, Count Chocula. Count Chocula is an absolute classic for a good reason. It's got great flavor, marshmallows. It really is just a really yummy chocolate flavored cereal. Let's give it a try. That is a 2-biter, not because I'm curious, but because it's that good. First of all, major props for the fact that there's still a significant crunch to this cereal. I poured that milk about 5 minutes ago. I'm very sorry to the Lucky Charms cereal. I'm sure it's gonna be toast by the time that I get to it, or like soggy toast. This is still super crunchy. The flavor is chocolatey, but it's not sickeningly sweet chocolate. It's still really good. I mean, in my opinion, I'm sure like a professional chef would be like, ugh, this is Chemical City. I think it's delicious. And I will say this is not a nostalgia bias. I never had cereals like this when I was a child, except for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which very sadly, as far as I know, does not release a Halloween themed version of itself. But maybe it doesn't need to because it's so perfect. Next is the Captain Crunch Halloween Crunch. Oh, I can already tell this one has become coagulated. Let's try it. Still good. But yeah, pretty soggy. Now, normally I wouldn't be holding sogginess against a cereal, especially one which has been sitting out for now about 7 minutes. But the thing about this cereal is its main claim to fame, its main reason for being Halloween-y, is that there are these little orange ghosts among the corn crunchy cereal pieces, and they have, I don't even know what it is. There's like food coloring inside of them that the big claim is that it turns the milk a ghostly green, and that's kind of the spooky Halloween-y element, which I actually think is a really fun twist to the whole thing. It's really the milk turning green that is the big Halloween draw. Now, with that in mind, the cereal is fully soggy at this point, and the milk is like only kind of green, and it's actually turned greener since I started talking. So that's kind of why I'm holding the sogginess against the Captain Crunch, because it got soggy before the spooky effect happened. I do feel like that's always been my biggest wish with this cereal, is that it was more effective at its big claim to fame. I'm actually gonna leave that out and just let it sit for a little bit, and then at the end of this whole experiment, I'm gonna give a little peek into how green the milk gets if you just stop caring about actually eating solid cereal. All right, second to last is our Haunted Lucky Charms. Now, I'm very curious about this. I've never tried this one before. I'm really excited because I'm thinking it might be a Count Chocula but Lucky Charm style. I think I'm actually gonna get some good crunch because I over poured, and so we have some that have not really been fully submerged in the milk, so I'm gonna give this a good mix. And we also have some extra, oh, that's interesting. So this has kind of turned the milk quite a distinctive ghostly gray. I don't eat a ton of gray food, but I can appreciate the effect for Halloween. Let's get a bite and let's try and get some of the crunch. That's really good. And I like the rainbow with zero color in it. That's kind of fun. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that at all, but it's a rainbow. You can see the stripes of the rainbow. Whoop. But it has no color. It's like all of the charms lost their liveliness because they're haunted
by the horrors of their past.
I would finish this bowl. This is really good. All right, and last but not least, well, maybe a little bit least, and also just in time because my battery is about to run out, we have our pumpkin pie granola. I don't have a ton to say about this. It was a last minute addition. Granola is technically a breakfast food. I've poured it over milk, but I have already had it in Greek yogurt and it was lovely. So let's see how it holds up in just plain whole milk. It is very soggy. I was not expecting that. I thought granola might hold up a little bit better, but it's coagulated. That's really gross. Ew, I'm spitting that out. Okay, well that was an absolutely heinous texture to end on. I'm very sorry to Good and Gather. That's the company that makes this. Nothing against them, it was unfair. I should have held off on adding milk until I was closer to testing it. This is one you're gonna wanna eat quickly because, oh boy, that was just mush. It was so gross. But like I said, thank goodness, I have tried it before. I had it in some Greek yogurt last week and it was lovely. It just added a nice little autumnal flavor to what otherwise would have been plain Greek yogurt and granola. So I don't recommend it. As for my winners of the day, Count Chocula and the Haunted Lucky Charms are really neck and neck. Count Chocula has been my favorite for the past couple years, but the Haunted Lucky Charms, just in terms of the visuals, what it does to the milk, I don't know, maybe I'll be swapping it out. The one thing that Count Chocula has going for it is that it's a total staple. I can count on that being on the shelves every single Halloween, whereas I'm not sure how long Haunted Lucky Charms has been out. I don't know if it will be making the rounds every year or not, but I'm definitely gonna be enjoying it this October. As for the others, I think I will definitely enjoy 1 or 2 bowls of the Carmela Crunch, but I think it's the sort of thing I'm gonna get sick of after a while just because it's quite intense as a flavor. Halloween Crunch, that one's pretty solid. I'm not in love with it to the point of needing to forever and always buy it every October. So with that being said, I think I'm going to allow myself one super sugary, super desserty cereal and then my classic. So I think the 2 winners for the day are the Haunted Lucky Charms, with the understanding that I'll probably swap it out in future years because it might get discontinued, and the classic Pumpkin Spice Cheerios. Thank you so much for watching another VEDIO video. Remember, if you like writing, Halloween, or anything in between, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another video. Until then, don't forget to go be happy, go be healthy, and go right. Bye! Hello, and welcome to VEDIO After Hours, in which I try Mega Bowl. Mega Bowl is all the cereals I kind of liked mixed into one regular sized cereal bowl. And we're gonna take a bite. We're very carefully balancing on our leg so we don't spill on the floor. Trying to get one of every kind of thing. Oh God. Okay, I think we have our bite. Mega bite. It's a type of data storage. Okay. Interesting. It's not bad, it's not great. I really thought the Carmela Creepers or whatever would really overpower with that sickly sour apple candy flavor. Unfortunately, they overpower with their caramel flavor, and the chocolate kind of gets drowned out. The Captain Crunch corniness gets drowned out. I had a marshmallow in there, but I barely tasted it, and I didn't taste any of the cinnamon or just general autumnal spice from the Cheerios. So this is a bit of a fail, but every experiment is worth trying once. Thanks for watching. Bye.